let me draw this out. When you look at the graph, guys, in the past 2 weeks alone, this stock was up over 114%. That's insane. So much growth in such a short amount of time begs for a correction. And when we had a correction just recently, the correction was just only, look at this, guys, the correction was only 37% from the all-time high of $5.76. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we will be discussing Senseonics stock. So we will be looking at a quick overview about the company. We will be looking at the past stock performance, and we'll be doing a technical analysis based on the fundamentals. So if you are interested in a lot more growth stocks, because on this channel, guys, we look at big growth stocks in which I believe could be turning really profitable in the near future and after that. So if you want to see a lot more technical analysis and more price predictions on different stocks, make sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a like down below, because today, guys, we will be talking about Senseonics stock. Alright guys, so first off, let's talk about a quick overview about this company. So Senseonics, with the ticker symbol SENS, has a market cap of around $1.27 billion. So they are a medical device company. They are founded in 1966 and they are domiciled in Maryland in the United States of America. So looking at Senseonics' past stock performance, we can see that in the last month alone, Senseonics was up over 20%, and in the last 3 months, this company was up over 823%, guys. That is just astronomical in my opinion. That's just so much growth. So we know that Senseonics is a medical device company. So their current product line exists. First product called CGM. So CGM is basically standing for continuous glucose monitoring system. So and the system is called Eversense. So CGM is very important for type 1 and type 2 diabetes patients that are on insulin. So it basically exists of a implanted diabetic glucose sensor hooked to a mobile app. So you basically don't need to pinch yourself with a needle to check if you need insulin. So looking at Senseonics' biggest competitor right now, it is called Dexcom. So Dexcom is worth currently $33 billion. Their glucose monitoring system lasts for only 10 days, guys. So the biggest difference between Senseonics and Dexcom's can last up to 90 days, whereas Dexcom's device only can last up to 10 days, which is a big difference in my opinion. The verdict is that Senseonics' CGM machine is the first and only CGM that can last up to 90 days, which is a big catalyst in my opinion, since there are no other manufacturers that can create such devices which can last up to 90 days. So I'm also going to be talking how Senseonics' Everest system is basically working. So the sensor is basically water resistant. The sensor basically sends the data to the transmitter every 5 minutes, and if the levels are too high, it vibrates. At the end of the day, the sensor that Senseonics is creating is compatible with a smartphone. You can use the app to monitor your diabetes, and you can also use a smartwatch to also control your sugar levels. So when I looked at their management team, it's looking pretty good, guys. So when I looked at the management team, their CEO, Tim Goodnow, started aggressively marketing in the US, and he's a true go-getter CFO, guys. He has experience with other implant systems, such as in neurostimulator systems in the spiral. He has a lot of experience on that field, and he also has a great R&D team led by an experienced vice president in next-gen implants. You can also look at the vice president of the clinical research team. He has more than 60 patents and publications online. Also, all of the executives at Senseonics Holdings all have a PhD or a high degree, master's degree, which will put them very up ahead against the competition. Last but not least, when I looked at the institutional ownership, right now there are over 144 institutions owning Senseonics stock, and that number is increasing by quite a mile, because when I looked at the 13F filings on the Fintel website, I could see that so many big players were jumping under the stock very recently. In the past 2 weeks, the institutional ownership of Senseonics stock has been increased dramatically, which is a very good bull catalyst for us retail investors. Hey guys, here we are at the candlestick chart of Senseonics stock. So today guys, we will be looking at the daily, the 4-hour and the 1-hour candlestick chart of Senseonics stock. We'll be looking at the current support level, the resistance, and also the current trend line in which this stock is trading, and we'll be trying to do a stock price prediction based on the current movements in the market. So when we look at today's price, it's sitting at $3.42. Today it's a Sunday, the markets are closed today, so when tomorrow the markets are going back open, I believe that Senseonics will go back into a bull run, because when we look at the previous price movements, you can see that back in the at the end of January, we had a support level of around $2.67. And after that, we had a major bull run. So let me draw this out. When you look at the graph, guys, in the past 2 weeks alone, this stock was up over 114%. That's insane. That's so much growth. So when we look at the bigger picture, guys, so when we look at from back in late December, look at this, guys. This stock was up over 1200% since December. That's just insane. So I also looked at the new support level. Our new support level is around the $3.25. So since the brand new support level, we created a new all-time high, which was $5, and that was an increase of around 73%. That's just insane, guys. So much growth in such a short amount of time begs for a correction. So when we had a correction just recently, the correction was just only, look at this, guys, the correction was only 37% from the all-time high of $5.76. So looking at this graph, guys, I think that Senseonics will have a brand new breakout, because if it follows the current trend line, we could be having a brand new outbreak, since the earnings right around here are very close. So the earnings are on March the 4th. So after the earnings, I think that Senseonics will be having a brand new upswing to the upside, and we will be creating a brand new support level of around the $5 mark, in my opinion. So when we break the new all-time high of $5.76, which we did previously, so we broke the previous support resistance, it became our brand new support. And after that, when we break our $5.76 resistance, we will be creating a new support level of around the $5, in my opinion, if it follows the current trend line. So you can also take a look at the RSI. So when we were overbought, we had a correction down the way, all the way down to the $3.50. And it happened previously. So right around here, we also were overbought on the RSI, which meant too many people were buying the stock. So we needed a correction downwards and create a new support level. So we can also look at the MACD. The MACD has been crossed when we created our all-time high. We are right now in a bearish channel, but I think that Senseonics will push back, and we will be creating a new all-time high, since we are having a consolidation period, and I believe that the consolidation period is over within the next week, guys. So here we are at the 4-hour candlestick chart, and when you look at the 4 hours, guys, you can see pretty certain we are below the 50 moving average line. So the yellow line right around here is a 50 moving EMA. That means that whoever wants to get a entry at Senseonics stocks, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence on this stock. Look at their balance sheets. It's really important to do your own research before you start investing in stocks, guys. That's something that I want to say right now. So if you want to buy Senseonics right around the 50 moving average line, it's currently below that. This is a good value entry, guys. So if you want to value for your dollars, this could be a good entry right now, sitting at the $3.50 mark, if you believe in the company's fundamentals. So when we look at the MACD, you can see we are very close on crossing on the MACD on the 4-hour candlestick chart, because we are close to oversold on the RSI also. So this indicates that because of the earnings, we could be having a brand new upswing to new all-time highs. So right now we are at the 1-hour candlestick chart of the stock, guys, and you can see when it dips below the oversold section, which was right around here, we have a brand new upswing. So I think that also looking at the MACD, it's so close to cross on the 1 hour candlestick chart that it is inevitable that this stock could be reaching back in a bullish run on the long term. So I think that it's about to happen. Alrighty guys, so this was my technical analysis on Senseonics stock. If you like my analysis, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like down below. I would really appreciate that, and I'll keep you up to date with Senseonics' latest price movements in the future, guys. Here we are, guys, at the Fintel 13F filings page. So right now we will be looking at the institutional ownership of Senseonics holdings. So when we look at the 13F filings, you can see that the top holder is Gilder Gagnon Howe & Co. They have over 14 million shares at an average price of 63 cents. We also have some other companies called NIA Management Company LLC with 11 million shares, and also Delphi Management with 9 million shares. But you can also see that Vanguard is inside of this company, guys. So Vanguard owns close to 7 million shares of Senseonics holdings, and that's really good. We also have BlackRock with over 2.8 million shares, which means that this company has great potential, guys, because institutional ownership, you have to follow the money when you want to be successful in your stock pickings, guys. So you can also look, when I looked at the shares change tab, which means the most recent filings, companies have been buying this share very recently, guys. So when we look at his 2 million shares from Parian Global Management, which was only the 16th of February. So I know these filings are from earlier on, but these are recent buys, guys, and that is very good in my opinion, since institutional ownership is very good on the long term. We also have so many more investments companies like Pura Vida Investments with 2 million shares purchased, also the 16th of February, declared by 13F filing. When I look at the institutional ownership, guys, I think that Senseonics is doing really well, because so when we look at the institutional ownership, it's getting higher. So increased institutional ownership is nothing more than a bullish movement. Alrighty guys, when I look at this stock on the long term, I think that it has some serious potential because of the disruptive behavior that the company has right now. So when you look at their financials, yes, they are burning a lot of cash in R&D, but it makes sense because they want to be the top dog. They want to be the disruptor that entirely changes the diabetes sector. And I believe that once they start becoming profitable, this company could be really big in terms of revenue, because it's very easy. The sensors are working. They are still doing a lot of research. And I think that this company might be on top in the future. But of course, they have a lot of negative cash flow. So keep that in mind. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence on this stock. And that was my technical analysis, guys. So I hope that you liked it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Leave a like down below. I would really appreciate that. And I'll catch you next time, guys. Peace out.